Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise and glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Kakadash. I want to give double honors to the Apostle Great Millstone who rule well and teach well. And the mighty shalom now, listeners and believers. All right, this is the brother Iowa from the Gary Branch of Great Millstone. Lord willing, come back at it again with another edifying video. And today, per usual, we're going to be going into prophecy, man. But more on the lines of understanding what times we're in, right? We always bring these scriptures out time and time again because we understand that the scriptures pretty much repeat itself over and over again, right? But yet we're starting to see that the things that the Lord said were going to happen are coming to fruition, right? So knowing these things, man, how long are you going to continue? How long are you going to continue to believe in this system? How long are you going to continue to believe in Esau Edom, right? How long are you going to continue to believe that they're going to come back from this what's called predicament, man? All right. You hear different people at the job sites, at the gym, they talk about all of these different things that are coming to pass, right? Actually, give me 1 second. That just made me think of something, and then we can get to the main one. So, we're going to get this first, because they can understand the different things that are going on a day-to-day basis, but they can't understand what times we're in, right? It says, we're going to start at verse 2, Matthew 16:2. He said, he answered and said to them, when it is evening, ye say it will be fair weather, for the sky is red. And in the morning it will be foul weather today, for the sky is red and lowering. O ye hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky, but ye cannot discern the signs of the times. Right? You can understand when you wake up and look outside and it's sunny. Oh, it's finna be hot outside. We finna get into this, get into that. Oh, you can determine all of these different things, man. But yet you're sitting here talking about the wars, you're sitting here talking about the EBT, you're sitting here talking about the gas prices, all of these different things that the Lord warned us of, right? He told you these things going to happen because he says, what? When these things come to pass, these are the beginning of sorrows, right? But the end is not yet. But you can't see that these things are prophecy that the Lord is on his way back, man. Right? It says, verse 4, a wicked and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign, and there shall no sign be given to it, but the sign of the prophet Jonas, and he left them and departed. Right? And the same thing in today's, right? Because in the book of Ezekiel 2, they were asked for the same thing. They were asked for a sign because these people act like they can believe these things unless the Lord just shows it right to them. Right? But we understand that this is the thing of faith, man. Right? And understanding that the Lord is giving you a sign because the prophets are out, man. He said, what, your teachers shall be hidden no more. Right? You're seeing all of these different prophets go out on the highways and byways as they were told. Right? You have access to this truth, man, easily right now. You have liberty to be able to go without being stopped and able to get this truth, but you choose not to, man. Okay? So let's go back to what we were gonna start with. It says, wisdom warns, right? And that's the whole thing. Before the Lord comes back and enact judgment, what does he always do? He sends a prophet in order to give that warning. Are you at the time of Noah, all throughout the book of Judges, right? The Lord sent that warning so that the people had that opportunity to get right, and they don't have the pretty much capability of saying that they didn't know, that they were never warned. Okay. It says Proverbs 1:20. Wisdom cried without. She uttered her voice in the streets, uttering how? Right? Through the voice of the prophets. Understanding that the prophets are the Lord's tool in order to get this truth out. Right? He said, I shall make you fishers of men. Right? So the Lord gave us an order to eat the roll, right? Understand the roll, and then go out on the highways and byways and give warning. Did he not say that in the book of Ezekiel 3, right? We can get that real quick. Ezekiel 3:17. It says, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman to the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word in my mouth and give them warning from me. We're the watchmen, man. We're the ones waiting on the high tower waiting to see what the Lord shall say next. All right, we're the ones that the Lord will be of that number. We're the ones discerning the different things that are coming to pass through the scriptures, man. and giving the people warning, right? But it's all coming from the Lord, man. It says, verse 18, when I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way, right? We're telling you these different things, man. We're telling you that the way that you've been living your life isn't according to the scripture. The way that you've been living your life isn't pleasing to the Lord, man. Right? As a matter of fact, it's making the Lord irritated to the point where he's ready to destroy you. All right, but he has a high abundance of mercy to the point where it's long suffering, that he's holding back all of these different destructions that you have the opportunity to get right. It says, nor to speak, nor speak, speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way, to save his life. The same wicked man shall die as iniquity, but his blood will require at thine hand. All right, so the Lord is giving us a big task at hand in order to give that warning out. And if we don't give that warning out, hey, it's on our hands. But see, we're wiping the dust off our hands, we're making ourselves clean by doing what the Lord told us to do. Now it's up to you if you're going to receive that or not. Really, it's up to the Lord if he's give you that understanding. Right? It says verse 18. It says, when I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely slack it. I read that. Verse 19. It says, yet if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall die as iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul. So by us doing these things, man, we're delivering our soul, man. All right, we're making a good petition on, a good case, pretty much to see if the Lord will save us, man, by doing, because we're doing what he's asked. All right, but see, you people of the world, you 2/3, all right, you guys don't care. Right, you turn to the Lord's reproof. You spit at the prophets, you mock the prophets, you scoff. Right, all of these different things, but you don't understand that you're not doing it just to the prophets, you're doing it to the Lord. And all of these things are being accounted for. He says, you shall answer for every idle word, roughly paraphrasing. Right, all these things are being accounted for. Continue to trust in Esau, Edom, and it's going to be bad for you. Right? So let's get back to what we were going to. It says 1:21. Proverbs 1:21. She cried in the chief place of concourse, in the opening of the gates, in the city she uttered her words, saying, right, in the chief place of concourse, right, the marketplaces, the entering of the city, because you have to understand that back then, right, just like one of the movies I always like watching, The Black Knight with Martin Lawrence, when they entered into the kingdom, not kingdom, but like, yeah, pretty much the castle. As soon as you entered in, it was the marketplace, all of these different things where people were selling, and it was much commotion, right? It was a lot of people moving around buying. So this is a great place for everybody that can hear it, man. It says, in chief place of concourse, in the opening of the gates, right? So when all you people drive by right off the highway, right, driving right past the what's it called, prophets, you see the prophets out there, you hear the prophets, but you don't stop, you don't inquire, you continue to move on with your day, man. Oh, I'm gonna do it another day. Oh, I'm doing another day. Oh, I'm gonna do it another day. But then after the Lord say, seek him early while he may be found, meaning what? It's gonna be a day where you cannot find him. It's gonna be a day where his word is removed, because we understand in the book of Amos 8:11, it shall be a famine, but not of bread, a famine of the word, hearing the living word, roughly paraphrasing. All right. So we understand that this word is gonna always be out here. And with us seeing all these different prophecies pop off, man, this should be the time where you should be more locked in, man. Yes, it's a faith booster, but it's also scare you to the point of understanding that, yes, your salvation is nearer than what you believe. And if you're not doing what you're supposed to, your judgment is nearer than what you believe. Right? These things should move you. All right. We persuade man through the fear. The Lord is also, hey, it's also moving us through that fear, man. Understanding that if we don't do this thing, we can get beat with many stripes. Right? It says, verse 22, Slock it, 1:22. It says, how long, you simple ones, will you love simplicity? How long will you be okay with America, Babylon, man? How long will you continue to make a covenant with them? How long will you believe that that America is going to win these goofy wars? Right? How long are you going to continue to believe in this economy? How long are you going to pretty much worry about things that don't matter? Because we understand simple means foolish. Right? Let me see, just to make sure. It says, give me 1 second, Salak. It says singleness of nature, unity, individual. It says stating being simple, frankness, openness, the sense of ignorance. Give me 1 second. It says ignorant, uneducated, unsophisticated, simple-minded, foolish. Right? So how long are you guys gonna be foolish? Continue to believe in the system, man. How long are you gonna be foolish and think that you have all the time in the world? All right. How long are you gonna be foolish to not acknowledge that the Lord is doing a great work right now, man? It says, "In the scorners delight in their scorning." Wait, it's a lot. Okay, yeah. So, "In the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge." All right. How long are you gonna hate? What's it called? The knowledge of the Lord, man? Because you have to understand, the knowledge is going out. And what happens? Galatians 4:16. Have I become your enemy because I tell you the truth? Right? You don't like these things. That's why the same people days of old are back again now. And what are you telling? Telling us seers to see not, prophets prophesy not. Y'all want to hear smooth things, right? Y'all want to hear the good times, but it ain't good times right now, man. Yes, it's beautiful times at the same time if you understand, right? But we understand that it's about to be a great judgment coming upon this place, man. Right, so this isn't the time to continue to try to lean upon their own understanding, and that's how you got to this place now. That's why you're gonna get destroyed. But no, this is the time to come back like a babe and desire the sincere milk and make your abode with the Lord, man. Right? These things should be really chilling to you. Okay? It says verse 23. Turn ye at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit into you, and I will make known my words unto you. And the Lord is pouring out his spirit among all men. Right? Did he not say your old man shall dream dreams, your young man shall prophesy? Roughly paraphrasing, right? The Lord is giving out dreams and visions on that day. Dreams and visions of famine, of different things, man. You have the prophets out here, you having beautiful dreams. You have the prophets out here prophesying, man. The Lord is pouring out his spirit so that everybody has that opportunity, right? That warning is going out. Now, when the Lord comes back, he's going to bring to your remembrance the times you scoffed at the prophets, the times you ignored, the times you chose to go on about your day thinking that you had all the time in the world. Right? We understand that a book in Ezekiel 12 and 26, 22, it says, what is this proverb that I hear in the land of Israel? Right? That the days are prolonged, right? Pretty much you have people who keep saying that my grandparents were saying that stuff was gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen in our day. Right? But the things that are happening right now wasn't happening back then. Right? That's how you understand, because did not the Lord say, measure the time diligently? Right? How do you measure is a unit of measurement. Everything has a unit of measurement, right? And how do you measure what's it called? The times that we're in? By prophecy, man. Okay. It says verse 23, turn ye at my reproof, behold, I will pour my spirit into you, and I'll make known my words unto you. Because I have called and you refuse, I've stretched out my hand and no man regarded. Right? The Lord is calling. But nobody wants to turn back from their wickedness. Right? You guys have made lies your refuge. You made a covenant with death. Right? You locked in with Esau Edom. Right? In the book of Isaiah 30. Let's get it. What does it say at the top? It says Isaiah 30 and 1. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me. That cover with the covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin and sin. See, you're locked in with Esau Edom, your father, man. So that you can continue to, what's it called, do what you want to do that will spirit. All right, continue to add sin and sin, man. But see, This is what's going to end up screwing you. Because what did it say? Let me see. We're going to jump down. Matter of fact, look at verse 10. We were just talking about this. It said, which say to the seers, see not, and the prophets prophesy not unto us right things, speaks to us smooth things, prophesy deceits. I don't want to hear the truth, man, because when you hear the truth, you're no longer blameless, you're no longer ignorant, right? You're being held accountable, right? What it said, light came into the world and darkness comprehended it not, because their deeds were evil. Your deeds are evil, man. So you can't comprehend this beautiful thing that's coming to pass, man. Let's see, where does it say? Give me 1 second. I think I passed it already. Give me 1 second, because I don't know why I can't see it. It's my bad. Give me Slovakia. Bear with me. Oh, it's verse 3. It's a lot. It says, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. Right? Because when these things pop off, you're going to be sitting there baffled of how do we get here? You pretty much played us, man, because you've been deceived. Right? You believed in this goofy dream. You believed in this goofy society. So when that time comes and everything that you thought was your was it called protection is gonna be demolished, man. Right? So let's go back. Verse 25, it says, but ye have said it not all my counsel and will none of my reproof. I will also laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. And understanding that your fear is on the way, man. All right, all the different things you're putting before the Lord, like you females love these scary movies so much. You're gonna end up being the same person in that scary movie, running from all these apparitions, running from these wicked men that's kind of come grape you. All right, running from these Gurga troops, running from these DARPA dogs, running from these bots, right? Running from Manuk. All right, the Lord's gonna laugh at you because He gave you the opportunity and you chose not. You chose not to pay attention. You chose not to get right. All right, cool. Everybody has to make a sacrifice. Either you're gonna go through the fire now, you're gonna go through that fire in the end. But everybody has to make a sacrifice to get into the kingdom of heaven. It says 27. When your fear comes as a desolation, and your destruction comes as a whirlwind, and when distress and anguish comes upon you, all right, all of these different things, the Lord's going to bring your terror, the most terrifying thing that you can imagine upon you. All right, that's why one of my favorite scriptures, Amos 5 and 18, says, what is the day of the Lord to you? All right, everybody believes that the day of the Lord is going to be hugs and rainbows, or everybody thinks that they can, some people believe that they can get in on another man's coattail. But what is your relationship with the Lord? Right? Just because you got somebody in your family that's doing what they're supposed to be doing, yes, the Lord did say that some of you people can save your family based off your works. But hey, some of your family members might get gone due to the fact they're just plain on wicked. Now we understand they're gonna come back, right? But it's your relationship with the Lord, right? This is everybody has their own walk. Okay. So you have to make sure that you're doing what you need to do in order for the Lord to be like, okay, he's trying. I see myself in him. He's becoming what I intended him to be, right? He's doing good righteous works. I'm gonna save him or her, right? It says, verse 28, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. Right? One, the Lord's not going to answer you. Two, the prophets aren't going to be in the street corners anymore. And if you do find one, the Lord said He's going to make their tongue cleave to the roof of their mouth. All right. So they're not going to be able to give you anything to help you. What was that name? Read what chapter? Right? You're those foolish what's it called, virgins, right? Those foolish wives who didn't want to what's it called, get that oil when the time was available. Okay. It says 30. They were none of my counsel, they despised all my reproof. Right? You despise all the different things the Lord has sent in order to try to help you. Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way and be filled with their own devices. So the things you're putting before the Lord is going to be your downfall, man. What to say? These things are sent as scourges for amendment, and y'all comprehended it still not. Really paraphrasing. Y'all still didn't understand that was coming to pass, right? You so slow, you can't see that all these things that are happening right now are, or is it called, as things that should be waking you up. The Lord is pissed. He's done with America. He's done with the heathen. He's done with the 2/3. Right? He's speeding up the time for his elect so that the Lord can appoint one that is profitable and get this kingdom rolling. But we have certain things we have to wait on. We understand that. But see, these things that are coming to pass are supposed to get you in the mindset of, I need to get my house in order. Right? Verse 31. No, 32. For the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them. But whoso hearkeneth to me shall dwell safely and shall be quiet from the fear of evil. And that's balance, man. Either you do what the Lord say, or you don't. Do what the Lord say, kept from evil. You don't, evil gonna be all around you. Plain and simple, man. What it say? Draw a line in the sand is who you shall serve this day. Hopefully you ain't one of those ones that is on the wrong side, because we understand what's gonna happen on that side. All right. So this video isn't meant to be long. Lord willing, it's getting you in the mindset of understanding. Hey, it's time to lock in, Hakim. It's time to lock in because hey, this could be the same year. We see how things are rolling. Yeah, we have certain prophecies we have to wait upon, but it could be just like that, man. Things popping off, things implemented. All right, next you know, the Lord cracking the sky. All right, you have to have that mindset that hey, every day could be that last. Right, so do things that you're supposed to be doing, right, in order to make your call to election sure. It says, knowing that all these things are to be, what manner of person ought you to be? Right, in all holy conversation and godliness, meaning your conduct. All right, so while the time is here, hey, get yourselves in order. Read, fast, do the things that please the Lord. Try to strengthen your relationship with the Lord, man. Because we understand wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our times. All right, and as we're seeing all these different things come to pass, hey, we're in those times, man. And it's only going to get worse. So the best thing you can do is try to strengthen your relationship with the Lord and do what he asks you to do, man. So with that, I want to give all praise and glory again to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Kakadash. The Lion Spots Great Millstone once again. I want to say Kwame Yasharala, Ababa Ball, Chemotherapy 2026 soon.